everybody, my name is Myers Corp Cosplay, and today I really want to do a video talking about giving gifts to guests at Comic-Con. Now, this is something I've experienced multiple times throughout my volunteering experience, and I think it's something we need to discuss because there have been some situations where I have been involved in that are just awkward, and I feel really bad for the people who've spent tons of time, tons of effort, and tons of money bringing these gifts to celebrities. So let's go over some do's and don'ts about bringing a gift to a celebrity. So let's start off with the basic question. Should you bring gifts for guests? Well, sure, but I think it needs to be a specific gift. And I think that's where a lot of people run into problems because there is a wide breadth of things you could bring a guest. And we're going to go through a couple things that I would avoid because I've seen these things personally. And let's just say the celebrity was not really, thrilled about it, or they just, we'll get into it. So one of the things I want to bring up is if you're going to meet a guest and that guest has unfortunately lost a loved one or a friend or a family member, while you may understand what that celebrity is going through, while you may want to, remind them of how great that person was, I would advise not bringing a memorial gift. And again, while this may be with great intentions, I've unfortunately been with a couple different celebrities where people have brought a bunch of different gifts reminding that person about that friend or family member that passed away. And most of the time I could see it being okay, but receiving that gift multiple times, I could tell the celebrity I was working with was getting very uncomfortable being reminded over and over and over again that this person had passed away. This person had not passed away recently. It had been a while. So as someone who has gone through loss myself, it is, again, well intended probably, but being reminded on a constant basis throughout the day that that person's no longer there can rub people the wrong way. So a simple "I'm sorry for your loss" is more than well intended and is probably going to come off a lot easier and a lot better to a celebrity than being reminded with memorial gifts over and over and over again. Another thing that I've run into is when you're going to give a gift to a celebrity, as with most interactions with celebrities, try and make it short and sweet. I know that the gift may mean a lot to you or may mean a lot to them, but I've run into multiple times where people have brought a gift with a very long story, a long-winded story about how they built the thing or they purchased the thing and it reminded them of them. While this, again, is well intended, we need to keep these things moving and we need to make sure that you're not taking up too much time with celebrities. So if you're going to bring a gift, make it short, sweet, and easy to get it to the guests. So unfortunately, we don't have to inconvenience the celebrity. The one that I always feel bad for, and I've sadly run into this a couple times that was really impactful. Celebrities need to be able to travel with these things when you give them to them. What I mean by that is there has been multiple times where people have brought gifts for a celebrity that are weapons or big helmets or pictures that are, poster size. What you need to remember is that these celebrities are coming into these conventions for a weekend. They are probably bringing 2 suitcases maximum. So gifting them with giant things like this is a real inconvenience. They don't know the area. They don't know the con that well. They don't know the people that well. So trying to figure out how to get these things back home is a giant inconvenience. They may not have time for it. There has been multiple times where I've worked with a celebrity that has literally landed at an airport, driven to the con, done the con, driven back to the airport, and headed back out on a flight. If you give them a giant prop, they do not have time or understand how to get that home. So if it's something big like that, I would say try to avoid giving that to them. So when you're thinking of giving these items to a celebrity, make sure that they will fit into a small area of a suitcase. Like I said, a lot of these celebrities do not bring a whole ton of extra luggage with them because It costs them money to bring all that extra luggage, and they may not have the room to bring it home. So keep your items small and compact. It makes things a lot easier. And unfortunately, I have seen celebrities have to leave stuff at a con because they just do not have the capacity to send it home or to bring it home. One that I thought was very understood in the world of meeting celebrities, but I've seen it a couple times. Please do not bring perishable items. Please do not bring things that you have made yourself, cookies, chocolates, stuff like that. We don't know how you made those. And while how you made it is probably very honest, there has been times in history with many celebrities that people have made things and have put ingredients in those things that were not right in many different ways. Um, Again, we don't know how you made those. We don't know if there's something in it that the celebrity might be allergic to or something that was spoiled, unfortunately. Again, if it's a perishable item, I would avoid bringing it for a celebrity because chances are they're not going to consume it because they do not know you well enough to trust that you are 100% saying it was made the way you're saying. And lastly, if you're unsure of any of this, talk to us. Talk to us, the volunteers. We will give you the best recommendation we can. And if we don't know how it would go off or how it would come off to a celebrity, we will definitely point you in the direction of the team that is helping the celebrity or the convention itself, and they'll have a better answer than we do. I've seen, again, so many people do so much work and so much time and so much effort into these gifts for the celebrities that unfortunately they just cannot bring home or they just don't want to consume them, and they just sit there and they either get thrown in the garbage or they get damaged and stuff like that. So please do not spend a whole bunch of time and effort on a giant gift for a celebrity. I know the celebrity probably loves it and they would love to take it home, but it just does not work all the time. So I'd hate to see something all that, as an artist, I would hate to see all that work be for nothing. I hope that helps you guys understand giving gifts to a celebrity at Comic Con. I hope it clears some things up. If you have any comments and you want some further things flushed out, hit the comments down below. I'm more than happy to answer them. If you like the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that share button, and all those things. We're going to do more of these cosplay and Comic Con videos in the near future. My name is Corp Cosplay, and I'll talk to you soon.